Hello Gearspace! I'm Toby from Tubbutec here on the Superbooth, and this year we are introducing our new Brainstep module. Brainstep is a 4-channel sequencer, arpeggiator, envelope generator, modulation generator and sample player. Let's have a look. So we have 4 tracks, each with a pitch CV out and 2 CV outputs. And on the 4 tracks we can, for example, run a sequencer on track 1. And there's a lot of possibilities to edit a sequence. You can edit a sequence while it's playing. You can also edit one sequence while another one is playing, as we have 24 sequences that can also be chained into a song. And yeah, we can change the pitch of a note of the sequence. We can add modifiers like accents or portamento or tie. We also have the possibilities to add probabilities and assign probabilities to gates and the accents and portamento and so on per step. And yeah, obviously we can program 24 sequences. Then we also have an arpeggiator. I can seamlessly switch from the sequencer to the arpeggiator without any breaks. That's very handy because it allows you to play live really well. And then in addition to the whole sequencer thing, we have a recorder. I can just record a new sequence or overdub an existing one. So for example, now I have the previous sequence playing and I can just add notes on top and it will overdub them and play them. But I can also, of course, record new sequences if I like to. And if I'm satisfied, I can play that again. Then we have the CV outputs, and the CV outputs can generate envelopes and LFOs. And in total we have 8 LFOs and 16 envelopes, because each of the outputs can have one ADSR envelope. And let me show it to you. So this is the ADSR envelope, for example. And one accent envelope, then we can trigger per step. And also an LFO. And the LFO has various waveforms. The LFO can also be synced to the clock. So it's a complete synced LFO. And that allows you to modulate your whole system, I think. And makes Brainstep the brain of your eurorack setup. We also have, of course, a lot of nice things like CV gate input, clock inputs, MIDI input, MIDI output. The USB input and output works like a MIDI host and device, so you can connect a MIDI keyboard or connect it to a computer. And we have 4 CV modulation inputs that you can route to, for example, you can route it to envelope times. So for example, attack. We can also route the CV inputs to things like accents or clock dividers or even swing amount. So if you have a parameter there's a swing, I can adjust it, and no matter which clock you put in, it will generate a swinged clock, and I can modulate that amount via CV. And of course I can just route an LFO to that CV input, and that will allow to modulate a swing with an LFO. And to make it easier to adjust all the envelopes, a little bit further down we have a controller for the whole thing. And here I can adjust all the envelope parameters and LFO parameters, as well as some other parameters. One more thing, it's also a sample player. So if I go to track 4, I have configured track 4 to be a drum sample player. And if I just press play here on track 4, you can immediately hear the drums. You can load various sample kits from the SD card and use them, and add little modifiers, per note modifiers like slow down and reverse and speed up and so on. Yeah, that's and not yet. I think we are looking into release like in 2 or 3 months, and we think it will be around 550 euros or so. The controller. I don't know about the controller yet. It will come later. I don't know how much it will cost yet. Yeah. Thank you.